There is no future. I told you 11. Somebody took it down. Morning, people watching. Bitcoin is very peaceful.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm here living in Dubai, and this is my series of videos to help you understand Bitcoin. This is number 2 in the series, and I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin myths, right? And the 3 myths that I'm going to be talking about is Bitcoin is volatile, Bitcoin's in a bubble, and Bitcoin wastes a lot of energy. These seem to be the 3 big myths of why you shouldn't buy Bitcoin. And I want to debunk those completely for you. And I know, the first one is Bitcoin's volatile. I know it is volatile. There's no getting around it. So the question is, if Bitcoin's too volatile, how can it serve as a store of value? That's the question you might have. If I'm going to buy a loaf of bread, right? 1 minute it's like 0.001 Bitcoin, then 0.005 Bitcoins, and it's up and down really fast. So yeah, it's not the best right now for the daily use case as currency as you know it, because it's booting up to become money. It's not effective money right now. People still use it as money. People do buy stuff with it, right? Because that's its end goal. But in order for it to be less volatile, we need a lot more people using Bitcoin, a lot more people involved with Bitcoin. Right now, it's anywhere from 2 to 3% of the population that own Bitcoin. Because of that small amount of people that do own Bitcoin, they tend to over speculate on what the price should be. So what happens is price moves up really fast and then crashes back down because we run out of people willing to buy at such a high price. And thus, this causes the volatility. Another thing that causes the volatility is people speculating on the price, short-term price swings. Also, news and media outlets also move the price from time to time as well. Unlike other markets, such as real estate, the barrier to entry is very low. People can trade Bitcoin fairly easily, and thus price can move fairly rapidly. Also, finally, that most people are here to buy and hold Bitcoin because they know the long-term future of Bitcoin. We've all seen that meme where you see Neo say, "What you're telling me is one day I could trade my Bitcoin for millions of dollars?" No, Neo. What I'm trying to tell you is when you're ready, you won't have to. The next myth that I want to talk about is Bitcoin's in a bubble. People mistakenly think that Bitcoin's in a bubble because of 2 reasons. 1, they believe Bitcoin has no value, or 2, the supply is unlimited like a tulip. I want to start off with the fact that people think Bitcoin has no value, and I understand where you might think that. You're saying, well, I can't touch it, I can't feel it, I can't see it, so it can't be real. And when somebody says that to me, I say, well, can you touch and feel the dollars in your bank account? No, you can't. So that is an example of, something that has value to you, but is not real until you're able to spend it. Of course, keep in mind when you try to spend the bank money is not yours, it's the bank's, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, I digress back to intrinsic value. So most people think that it has no intrinsic value. For example, this hard drive here I have in my hand. Most people would think the actual physical hard drive has intrinsic value, but the data inside of it does not. But that's not true. The value is subjective based on, whether or not you can use it. If I don't have a computer to put this into, its intrinsic value drops to 0. So if people are interested in using Bitcoin for money, it has a higher valuation than its current value today. So that's why some people think it's in a bubble, because they think, well, hey, you know what? This can't be continuing to happen, to go up higher and higher and higher all the time, increasing at 200% a year, because it's just an invisible asset. No, it's an asset that can be used as money. Another reason people think that it is going to go to zero or drop down to nothing, close to nothing, is because they believe that there's an unlimited supply of Bitcoin. This is not the case. There's only 21 million, and there will never be more than 21 million. I can go on to explain the technical stuff about why it will not be 21 million, but that's not for today's video. So you're just going to have to trust me on that one. And yes, some people have pointed out, wait a minute, you could divide Bitcoin by 100 million units. Yes. So that means there's actually trillions of them. If I have one pizza and I divide it into trillion units, doesn't mean I have a trillion pizzas. I have a trillion, it's very tiny pieces of it. So I like it when people make that comment. So no, divisibility does not give you more of the actual asset. It just makes you have smaller pieces of it. So because of that limited supply, Bitcoin will always increase in value. Once it becomes money, then the value of it increasing will not be as high, not be as volatile as it today, probably less than 2%, but it will increase in value over time, constantly, because of the limited supply. It's the only thing on our planet that we have a fixed limited supply, and that no one can increase, no matter how hard they try. A final point that people talk about and say that, you know, Bitcoin's not going to work is because Bitcoin wastes too much energy. I hate to break it to you, but energy is everywhere. In fact, let's pretend I'm playing God and I'm looking at the universe and I'm going, look at that sun over there, right? It's around that solar system, right? It's the only usefulness is to heat that third rock from the sun, right? And that's it. And all that energy is going out into the universe. Wasted. I should out that. I think we'd protest against that. So, obviously, right, we're not wasting energy. If you're using energy for anything you believe is useful, it's not a waste. Whether you're playing video games or you're swiping your credit card, you're not wasting energy, right? You're using it for something useful. Now, the key thing, right, is that yes, Bitcoin does use up a lot of energy, but the energy is used for securing the network, making sure that no one's cheating, making sure that everyone is getting a fair shake. Unlike our financial system, which is actually cheating everyone and using more energy than Bitcoin is. The real question, right, because Bitcoin uses its energy to mine Bitcoins, and actually that mining will continue even when there's no more Bitcoins, because the transaction fees do go to the miners. The question will be, what happens when energy is free? I would like to know what you think. Comment in this comment section below. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below. Appreciate it. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a new series that I'm going to be working on for the next little while. If you do, and you have any kind of topics you want to discuss, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button and all. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.